ruined part of my act because part of my act is about people sharing too much and that's not going to happen. So I'll have to skip that bit. Yeah, excuse the deer in the headlights. Look, I've been at work all day and I've only just got a job. I used to start off by telling people I was unemployed, but unfortunately I am now. Yeah, but I am quite glad in one way because finally I'm not being asked stupid interview questions, and there's a lot of these, but the main one is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Has anybody had this question in a job interview before? Yeah. Well, of course you have, you know. But yeah, I think it's a really daft question because there's no good answer to it. If you say, well, you know, I want to be a manager, I want to rise up through the company, the guy interviewing you thinks you're a right arrogant prick and you want to take his job, so they're not going to employ you there. And if you say, well, I'd be happy in this role, you know, I'm happy just to settle and have a normal life, you think, well, no ambition, he's not getting that job. So I got fed up with that, and I gave an answer which I think might just have cost me this job. He said to me, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I said, shaggy pull on my faith, I think. But that was far from my worst experience, believe it or not. One of my other experiences was going to a little place in Salford for an interview, so that tells you immediately what the situation is. And said to me, do you even want this job? I said, well, yeah. Do you think I actually get in my car voluntarily to drive to a shithole in Salford? But then again, you know, the more I think about it, maybe I just wasn't prepared for what was coming. I mean, school is supposed to prepare you for the real world. The problem with that is I went to school in Chorley. Now, does anyone know what is from Chorley? Excellent. Probably a way of explaining it then. Basically, I truly believe that Jeremy Kyle should just film on location in Chorley and save on the travel costs. But the point I'm trying to make is, I went to school there, and the school was redesigned quite a number of times because windows kept getting smashed, basically. Classy people that we had going to our school. And eventually it led to the following thing where I was at a meeting when I was on the school council. Don't ask me how I got there, probably because I was the nerdiest. I mean, I work in IT, so you could probably see what path my life took. Anyway, one of the things that was said was that he was making the school look like a prison. And I said, well, what's the problem with that? He's preparing the students for the rest of their life. But then again, perhaps I think voluntarily that most people my age should be in prison. Sorry guys, I know you're my friends, you lot can stay out, it's fine. But I don't like a lot of people my age, you see, that's the problem. And I think, like I said, it's because they share too much. Like we have all this social media stuff now where they just talk about social media and what's going on in their lives, and they give too much information. One of my friends, she's not here so I think I can get away with it, she came out with the following on Facebook. I know the back of my boyfriend's head exactly. Now, does somebody know who I'm referring to? I just saw somebody's face say that. Yeah, but is it me or is that just far too much information? And second of all, what kind of weird shit are they doing to me? But also, there's a group of people that inhabit social media. Does anyone go to the gym in this place? I'm looking mostly at the massive guy in the corner. Who I'm suddenly quite frightened of because I've just realised I ain't going anywhere here. I'm going to get a shit beat out. He goes to the gym. Occasionally he's fine, I can get away with it then. There's this group of people that I like to call, and I apologise for the language in advance, gym wankers, right? Now, gym wankers are people that tell you everything they're doing in the gym, you know. Biggest session on my legs, you know, I've done a new personal best, I'm lifting, I don't even know, 80k, is that a lot? But I get that a lot, and people, I did a big session on my legs today. My response is always, I did a big session on my arse today, I don't care. But some of my friends, and some of them are even up there, have said to me, you know, you're too angry, JP, perhaps you should go to the gym, you know, release some testosterone. No, but like, that's fine, but I don't think they realise that I have a computer so I can release testosterone anytime. Sorry, Jesus. I just realised that I've met some people for the first time tonight who actually do off me and now they're turned off me for life. But there's also like a rising trend now for, what we would call, I suppose, diet wankers, in the sense that they just talk about the diet all the time and how things are going. You're laughing because you know it's about you, don't you? tea, which by the way I thought was payment, which is why I'm here.
I don't know, he's on a roll.
So, talking about diets to me is also like talking about running a marathon, you know what I mean? It's just stupid. But yeah, there's just a lot of stupid things about the way we insult people is a bit strange. Like I've used the word wanker tonight, but I don't think that's an insult. Maybe that's just because I've been single for a... Do you know, it's bad when you have to stop and think. But I would like to propose some new insults tonight, and I think you'll all agree that these are things that we all don't like, right? How about your period? No one likes them, do they? No, I don't think so. What about unplanned pregnancy? Of course, one of them, that might work too. Just a thought. I like to innovate, and I like to catch things on, and I get angry at a lot of stuff. And basically, I have a lot of stuff to get angry at, so I'm going to hand you back to, what was his name again? Stephen. Right. Audience participation. Yeah, I'm going to hand you back to Stephen. I hope you all have a good night. See you later.